It's easy to say you love nature when you are sitting on your couch and watching television or just walking in a park, but it's something else to say you love nature after you've experienced cold, sunburns, winds, and mosquitoes and everything else. When we first approached the idea of making an outdoor project, we thought of making it unconventional. Before coming to this training course, the participants had a lot of expectations, but they didn't thought that in order to meet their expectation, they must put a lot of effort in. That you do before going in nature is the most important. We put accent on this preparation phase. Basically, outdoor education teaches you skills and gives you knowledge that you can use during life. They learned the hard way, but it is an important lesson, and at the end they were satisfied. Our participants learned, and during the reflections they had time to compare the actions they did in their lives and the actions they did during this training, and what they need to change. They learned that you cannot let somebody else do things for you. The most important lesson, I guess, is that in nature you cannot complain. In nature you have to act. We put a lot of accent also on reflection. Reflecting upon everything that took place in the outdoor activities was very important. It's also about life preparation. Exactly like you prepare for a trip outdoor, the same you need to prepare when you take a decision in life. When you decide to move to another city, more trainings should be focused not necessarily on teaching participants basic bushcraft skills, but teaching them how to prepare, how to be honest with themselves, how to know when they reach their limits. And I hope that when they will return to their communities, they will be able to take decisions and to get involved in the community lives and to be active citizens just like they were in these days of the training.
Before coming in this project, I thought that I just came walking somewhere in the beautiful nature and just saw another things abroad.
Моим первым впечатлением от этого курса было, что природу можно понять с разных сторон. Природа бывает разная.
I have experienced nature, but not as far as this way. The motivation, it was, of course, having a good time, a new experience, maybe try myself if I can make it in the nature, and of course knowing my limits in the nature.
Usually I'm waiting from the project to be very tight. I mean, like to get this family feeling first of all, because usually the project gives a lot of energy after it happens, and I like to take that energy from the project and take it with me and share it between my friends, the people I meet in my town, my country.
What was the most difficult part of this outdoor experience? I must say the adapting to the nature or keeping going on. It was a really difficult experience. You must have a really physical train and to keep going on was difficult. But we were a team, a group, and when everyone was going on, you must go on. You find the force to go on.
For me, the was difficult part is swamping. Because it's first time for me, and it's sometimes nice, sometimes dangerous, sometimes I don't know. It's so difficult for me.
It was not really hard, but there were some times that I really thought that, okay, this part is really hard. It's mostly maybe because it was like too much rowing and also swamps. Like at some point it was getting really hard. But the thing is, the group was all together and then everyone was doing the same. So I didn't feel that for myself that it's really hard, but sometimes I worried about group, that it might be hard for the group itself.
And then, the swamp experience definitely was hard and pushed me to my limits. I was always thinking about the group and we were not prepared to sleep in the swamps or anything. Nobody had warm clothes with us. It was late already. We didn't know where we are. We relied on one person we didn't know.
It was that it moves a bit your boundaries, push you to think, learn how to work in the group. We didn't know each other before that, so it forced you to find the way to survive, let's say, in that kind of environments, which is pretty natural.
What is my most important thing I learned in this project was about team group, teamwork, working together as a team, and it shows you the force and that unites a group, let's say.
I understood that not all the people are very prepared to be in the nature without some things they usually use, like very common things like getting a shower in the evening and hot water. If something doesn't let you relax, then you can't really understand the nature, then you can't really feel the nature and see the beautiful trees and flowers and birds singing.
Most important thing that I learned in this training, it will be always prepared, and of course never giving up, like always.
Этот курс помог узнать, что ты можешь, какие у тебя есть силы для этого. И это было тяжело, но мы с этим всем справились.
I learned that being in the people, in a group, makes you stronger.
Yes, of course. These trainings are just full of experiences, and this one especially, was a crazy one.
I definitely learned patience and tolerance. I think that is my number one thing that I sometimes lack.
I had time to get enjoyed here because when we were rafting during 5 minutes, and after the 5 minutes it was just relaxing time, and we were looking at nature, and oh my god, look at the tree, look at geese. It was just great. Of course I had time to enjoy nature. The 2 moments where I just went, wow, this is so beautiful. At the first time when I saw participants, it was not a group. I think that it was the reason why we are now the group, that there were lots of difficulties, and the difficulties made a whole group.
So from the start, where everybody was maybe like separated in their own individual personalities, by the end it seemed that people were kind of happy and smiling and interacting, not just in kind of every language, but also like just smiling and laughing and coming together.
Yes, of course, it evolved. It started making decisions because they felt like needed to make decisions. The situation was more difficult. It was surviving mode.
I thought that people would be quite skilled, would be at my level. And then when I met the group, I was thinking, okay, give them a chance. They're gonna wow me. Some of them are gonna be such good climbers or whatever. But then I think we learned after a while that some of these people hadn't been in the wild situation before.
On the way, I thought that one time I thought that I can't anymore. Because of my leg. And after this, I realized that the whole group is going somewhere, and I have to go because they are late, and I don't want it to get the reason of this late.
It made me think why I'm here, why I'm doing this. Maybe I thought the next morning I will change my ticket and go back home. But now I'll say it, I'll go to the end. I don't want to seem like a giving up.
If I would recommend to the others to try this kind of way, this kind of outdoor activity, yes, definitely, I will suggest to the others to try it.
Would I recommend to the others to participate in this kind of outdoor activity? Definitely yes. It teaches you a lot about nature. It can learn you how tough is nature, but also to enjoy its beauty.
I will recommend all my friends, but in special things, with special things and special dresses.
I don't recommend for people who have like medical problems in health, but I recommend it to everyone. First of all, everybody broke down, but they go till the end, so I recommend it to everyone to do it.
Не для всех этот курс. Если ты реально осознаешь, что ты имеешь достаточно навыков и ты хочешь узнать природу с другой стороны, то можно попробовать.
Yeah, I would recommend this type of training for those people who are really willing to spend time in nature and improve their skills in nature.
Well, I definitely tell them that they have to prepare for the unexpected and they have to be open. But yeah, I guess I'd say that they should go for it. But they have to be prepared that there will be surprises.
I have the hots for nature.
I love nature before this project, and now I love nature more.
So yeah, love nature.
My wish is that when the participants will return home, they will apply what they learned in this training course, and not only related to outdoor education, but related to all aspects of life. The lessons they learn now can be very useful and are very useful in the day-to-day life. And they learned a very important lesson. In nature you cannot complain. In nature you need to act. It's the same thing you need to do in a society. Instead of complaining, you need to act. Instead of begging for attention, instead of begging for help or wanting help for somebody, you must provide your own help. The more knowledge you have, the more prepared you are, It's easier to face any situation, and it's good for personal development and also community development. Clearly think that outdoor education is the best tool, not only to learn about nature, but also to learn about how to act in a community and how to achieve purposes and how not to give up in front of hard times.